Told that John Waker might still be alive at 93. Good for him. OK, here's the Mail front page, because just as Trump arrives, they've got the story of... I don't know, no one's even heard of this guy who's quit, but it's like when John Major was falling apart. You discovered people no one had heard of who were resigning. So this has top aide resigns over vile messages about Diane Abbott. There's a guy called Paul Ovenden, and he was talking about comments that were made during a version of a game called Snog, Marry, Avoid. And I think they called it Snog, Marry, Kill or something. And they started talking about what they would like to do or not do to the veteran MP, Diane Abbott. The comments were made 8 years ago as part of an online private conversation. There he is. He said in a statement, as an advisor, my duty is to protect the reputation of the Prime Minister and his government. While it is chilling that a private conversation from nearly a decade ago can do this sort of damage, I'm also truly deeply sorry for the hurt it will cause. Thoughts?
I mean, for me, it was quite graphic, wasn't it? It's about using sex toys and stuff like this. I think it actually demonstrates him as a person. But do we honestly want to get to the place where we start policing people's private banter?
8 years, yeah.
I don't think we should.
It's difficult.
I think it demonstrates him and, his disrespect in a way. However,
this WhatsApp thing is... I don't know.
One of the police things, yeah.
One of the big questions is, what phone was it done on? Was it his personal phone or was it a professional phone? If it's a professional phone, then there's absolutely no recourse whatsoever. Yeah. But I think just as a broader point, I think it goes to show that Diane Abbott, I think, as a politician, has had to shoulder more abuse, I think, by virtue of her being a woman and her being a black woman than anyone else I can think of. But it goes to show that it didn't just happen externally. There is a feeling internally. And how normalised is that sort of conversation if you can just speak amongst your colleagues and peers in that way?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in any other country, there'd be a statue of Diane Abbott. She's the longest-serving black female MP, the first, and she's still going now. She's been, I think, thrown out of the Labour Party twice. Mm-hmm. But leaving that aside, I'm sort of with you, Andrew, and thinking eight-year-old conversation to friends. I don't know. It seems crackers.
And like you said, though, if it was on one of their work phones, that's different, isn't it?
I never get this idea of the professional-personal being different. I mean, to me, you send I don't have a work phone. I just got a phone.
But that's because you're not representing a constituency or people.
That's true. I'm not elected. Yeah, thankfully.
And so, virtue of the fact, to me, it's very sad. I think the 8-year point is relevant in the sense that, OK, it is predated, but if this were yesterday, we'd be saying he's got to go. So I think the fact that it is 8 years kind of says that the person who received that even thought then, this is wrong, I'm going to hold on to it and use it when it's got the most power.
Yeah, you're right. I have a sort of disappearing messages on my WhatsApp. There's no setting that says they should stay for 8 years. Someone must have kept this and released it just at the most embarrassing moment, which is just as Trump arrives. So speaking of which, Starmer now is flailing around trying to kind of put a story together on why he backed Mandelson when Mandelson was clearly going to have to go. This is the Telegraph. Starmer blames staff for failing to brief him. So, if in doubt, blame your staff. And this is Keir Starmer speaking yesterday.
Had I known then what I know now, I'd have never appointed him. Because what emerged last week were emails, Bloomberg emails, which showed that the nature and extent of the relationship that Peter Mandelson had with Epstein was far different to what I had understood to be the position. On top of that, what the email showed was he was not only questioning, but wanting to challenge the conviction of Epstein.
I don't know.
You've seen a lot of blinking there, did you see?
I didn't notice. Really, is that what people do when they're...
It's like that.
Yeah. The key thing is there is a famous photo of Mandelson blowing out birthday candles or the other way around, on Epstein's birthday cake at a point where Epstein had been charged. And we know Mandelson stayed in Epstein's flat after he was convicted. So how can he say he didn't know?
I agree with you. And also, I mean, I can give an example where he's actually said he didn't know to me over something. But look, a QC is used to questioning and probing. Why would he not do that approach in the position of Prime Minister. But if I can just do a funny little story, actually. It was a mayoral council, my very first mayoral council with him as Prime Minister, and they gave all the mayors this report, and they completely missed Lincolnshire off the map. And I made a joke, I know you might not like reform, but, you know, trying to miss us off the map. And his standard response then, I didn't prepare the reports, it was a member of my team.
Okay.
You know, I think it automatically defaults. I mean, I was making a joke, it's got no humour.
Because what he should have said is, yes, well, that's the way we're dealing with you now. We're literally, that would have been funny, but then someone would have leaked it, or I don't know. I don't know. Well, he's quite careful. They have to be so careful when
then if he's careful at PMQs, why did he basically back Mandelson?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So do you know the answer? Apparently, is this guy he brought on who's supposed to be this PR miracle worker, a guy called Morgan McSweeney.
Oh, does he know something on Starmer?
Well, Morgan McSweeney's very close to Mandelson.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So Morgan is in touch with Mandelson, and Mandelson's saying, don't worry, this will all blow over. Just leave it. And, of course, Morgan McSweeney then apparently says to Keir Starmer, back him for a day and you'll be out of the woods. And it's the worst
it's a 3-day
possible
rule,
advice.
But then, if we're politicians, it's a 3-day rule. If it lasts in the paper more than 3 days,
you're dead.
Then, yeah, that's what
okay, I didn't know that, yeah.
If he knows him so well, why didn't he get a response quicker? Because I thought that was bonkers.
Yeah, exactly.
The idea that the Prime Minister of this country had to wait. I mean, I wait for email responses, but when you're the Prime Minister...
No, he's not. He thought he could, as Andrew
He thought
says,
he could bury it, yeah.
He thought it might things... And it's a very busy news period, so it's not impossible. Something big happens and then it's just swept away. Anyway, in the Mirror...